What we see here is what we call standby generators. What we have experienced before, we had this, is that when you had power outages, whether load shedding or any electrical power failure from Eskom or one of the cities we get electrical power from, we really had a situation where we cannot pump at all. And the reservoirs will run dry, and as a result of which people will not have water. The standby generators will give us capacity to keep running our pump stations in the absence of electrical power from Eskom until the power comes back for a period of time. We use a lot of energy, so we don't anticipate that these diesel generators, standby generators, will give the full amount of energy to run our pumps, but it will give us at least 50%. In that way, the reservoirs don't run dry. In that way, people will still have water. And this is now the domestic and industrial sector. The first phase, we have various pump stations. We have what we call primary, secondary, and tertiary. Tertiary, essentially pump stations that are localized within communities, if you like, within the neighborhoods themselves. What happens is that if we have load shedding, the whole neighborhood goes dead, including our pump stations. So our priority was to start with the tertiary stations. The first set of generators, both the mobile and the fixed generators, came into effect in 2016. What we're seeing today, 2 years later, is the mobile generators for secondary stations, which are bigger stations. So progressively, it's a project we started in 2014, we're 2018. We have delivered backup diesel generators for both our secondary and tertiary stations where we experience the bulk of the interruptions during power outages. For the secondary stations, we're talking 36 MVAs. So we have 18 of them. They give us 2 MVAs, so 36. For the tertiary, we have a combination. They range by and large around 1.2 MVAs. So we have 4, 6, so we have about 24 MVAs in all the tertiary stations. We are moving from a premise that load shedding is not going to happen all at the same time in all the provinces, in all the stations. That is why we have mobile flexibility. So the mobile generator will go where there's load shedding, and then we'll move from when the power is back to where there's load shedding.